I think we are making some very, very fundamental assumptions that may not work. The fact that UDA and ODM will partner does not guarantee any win. That must be known. I mean, there are two big parties, but there are other very relevant heavy quotas that can also win.
No, UDA without Central Kenya is very weak.
So we should be very careful making those grand statements, making it look like the coalition of UDA and ODM will certainly win. But we have forgotten that we are on the state of the nation, Ayub. And we have to go back. For us to understand why we are where we are, we have to go back slightly to where we have begun, isn't it?
Yes.
So, you know, Ruto came in with a very popular slogan, you know, the bottom-up slogan, the wheelbarrow, the hustler narrative, which was so compelling to the extent that, that a lot of Kenyans were really, you know, he created a critical mass around himself, and that's how he ended up winning. And the reason was because he focused on the very bottom mamambogas. Yeah, so he really excited the grassroots politics, President William Ruto. But within that was some major promises, you know, major flagship projects. There was also the social changes. Flagship, for example, as he said, the affordable housing, the universal health, and then
food security,
and all these things. See, that was a lot of promise, political promise, but we were hit on the face by a very ambitious finance bill that actually ended up crashing. Now, how will the president finance all these promises that he has put on the table, especially through the hustler narrative that people bought very quickly? So that was really. So now, when that happened, and the finance bill crashed because of the protests, what happened is that, you know, the president could not finance all these projects, and that's why we are feeling a bit that you know, we're not doing very well. So what the president now has started focusing on was he moved from pushing the economy and realizing the hustler narrative to trying to seek, you know, credibility and legitimacy of the government. That is now what took almost a year and a half of implementing the hustler program has delayed by 1 year and a half, because now he had to form the broad-based government, he had to re-engineer everything, and so there is that bit of delay. Then with that came the demise of a very important, you know, person, Right Honorable Odinga, which has now shaken the whole thing. So ideally, my view is that there are a lot of things that need fixing, but we must also realize that Ruto, despite what Dan Manzo has said, Senator, has really tried, because we had major challenges. I mean, this protest has really pushed us back. But as we speak today, I think our economy is doing fairly well, although it's not generally felt as it is. There is restructuring of CBR, you know, the central bank rates. So borrowing and all these credits will be in good shape. And I think that if we continue with this path, and Ruto, as we know him, is able to muscle in significant number from Mount Kenya and Eastern, then the chances of UDA, ODM coalition winning is very, very high, and it is very likely. I do not see any other very strong coalition really forming to push back Ruto.
There is. I want to tell you that, unfortunately,